Welcome students. In the last video we learned consumers equilibrium through cardinal concept, that means utility analysis. Now you will try to understand consumers equilibrium through indifference curve analysis. Now indifference curve analysis projects ordinal concept, that means it cannot be measured or utility cannot be measured, but utility can be put in order. So what is the difference between cardinal and ordinal concept of utility? Professor Hicks told that we cannot measure utility, although cardinal concept, which was followed by Marshall told that utility can be measured in terms of numbers, and the unit to measure utility is utils. But Professor Hicks propounded new theory in which he told that utility cannot be measured, but it can be put in orders. For example, if you like different types of sweets, or if you consume 4 or 5 different types of sweets, you will like one particular sweet to be the best one. So you will put order number 1 or rank of number 1 to that one, and gradually you will give second, third, fourth, and fifth rank to other sweets. You cannot measure what is the taste of the sweet. So you cannot say that by consuming number 1 sweet I have utility of this much utils, and by consuming second I had this much utils. So it can be put in orders. So let us proceed. So in this he put a theory known as indifference curve analysis. Now indifference curve analysis puts focus on this ordinal concept and try to understand how a consumer can achieve equilibrium situation with this method. So cardinal and ordinal concept of utility. Cardinal concept of utility suggests that utility or satisfaction from the consumer of a commodity can be measured in terms of units like 2, 3, 4 and 6. Ordinal concept says that utility can be measured and it can be given rank, or it can be compared as high or low. Now concept of indifference first, indifference set, and then indifference curve. What is indifference set? Below in the table you can observe. Let us assume that a consumer is consuming 2 fruits. Good A is apples, good B is oranges, and both are substitute of each other. Substitute are those goods which are taken in place of one another. So we can say that tea and coffee are substitute of each other because they are taken in place of each other. Similarly, fruits like apples and oranges are also substitutes. Now look at this indifference set. There are different sets, set A, B, C, D, in which there are different combinations of apples and oranges consumed by a consumer. Set A says that a consumer is having 1 apple and 10 oranges. In set B, you observe consumer increases the consumption of apples by 1 unit and he decreases the consumption of oranges by 3 units, so it is 7. Now again in set C, increases 1 unit of apple, so he is consuming 3 units of apples and 5 units of oranges. And D, he is consuming 4 units of both apples and oranges. So in this he is decreasing the consumption of oranges for each extra consumption of apple, and you can observe that at each time the number of oranges that is sacrificed is decreasing. For the first time, when he is increasing 1 unit from 1 to 2, he sacrifices 3 units of oranges, and then from 2 to 3 he decreases 2 units of oranges, and then at last he decreases 1 unit of oranges in consumption. So this sacrifice goes on decreasing. Now this particular indifference set says that in all these combinations A, B, C and D, the consumer has same level of satisfaction. and that is why it is called indifference set. Indifference comes from the word indifferent. Indifferent means not different. So since these different combinations are not different from each other, so these are called indifferent set or indifference set, and these are specified by consumer according to his taste and preference. He says that he is having same level of satisfaction, so he can choose any one, either combination A, B, C or D. So each of them are equal to each other. So since there is no difference between the combinations, it is called indifference set. Now come to this figure. On the basis of that table or indifference set, we can convert this particular table into a graph which is shown below. So in this graph, table 1 is converted into a curve. This curve is called indifference curve. So what is indifference curve? When indifference set is converted into a graphical presentation, this curve is called indifference curve. What do you observe? Different combinations. Let us see A. A oranges is represented in y-axis. Apples are shown in x-axis. So here you can see. Now you can see in combination A, 10 units of oranges, 1 unit of apple. Combination B, 7 of B, 7 of oranges and 2 of X, that means apples. Combination C, 5 units of oranges, 3 units of apple. Combination D, 4 units of oranges and 4 units of apples. Both are same. So initially the consumer is sacrificing more of oranges to have 1 unit of apples, and later the sacrifice goes on decreasing. Why is it so? It is so because initially when you are having a new type of product, suppose in case of a vegetable also, suppose a new vegetable comes in the market, initially you will pay higher prices for that vegetable when for the first time in the season it is coming, and when you consume that vegetable it will be expensive, and later when you continue to consume that vegetable, the price of the vegetable decreases. That means the consumer is now not sacrificing so much of that old vegetable to have a 1 kg or 1 unit of that new vegetable. So like this, the consumer is not sacrificing more of oranges later. So later you can see the sacrifice is only 1. Then each point on this curve A, B, C or D shows combination of apples and oranges, and all these are having same level of satisfaction. So this indifference curve shows same level of satisfaction at each point. So every point on that indifference curve has same level of satisfaction for the consumer. If you define indifference curve, what is indifference curve? It is diagrammatic presentation of indifference set of a consumer. It is locus of all such points which shows different combination of two commodities. For example, here you have apples and oranges yielding or giving same level of satisfaction to the consumer. Each pointer indifference curve indicates one combination of two goods. So now see point number 3. So we have discussed these indifference curve and set. Point number 3, monotonic preference. Monotonic preference comes from monotonous. Since the level of combination is same and level of combination are different but satisfaction is same, the preference of the consumer is monotonous, that means same type. That means he is preferring apples over oranges. So every time you observe that the consumer is sacrificing some units of oranges to have 1 unit of apple. So you will not observe in this that he is sacrificing apples and then increasing the consumption of oranges, and that is why it is called monotonic. Monotonic means of same type. So this is monotonic preference of a consumer, and downward sloping IC, why it slopes down? Because of this monotonic preference that with increase in combination or consumption of A, the consumption of oranges is decreasing, and that is why indifference curve slopes downwards. Then it is showing a negative slope. In this you can observe because of decrease in oranges with increase in apples. So in this curve also you can see the level of decrease in oranges is more than level of increase in apples. Then marginal rate of substitution. As I discussed that initially in the table, for the first time the number of sacrifice of oranges was 3 units. Later it reduced to 2 units and again reduced to 1 unit. Because of this, the indifference curve has this type of shape, that means convex to the origin. And if the sacrifice would have been equal, the shape of indifference curve would have been a straight line. So since it is decreasing, it is having this type of curve. So let us come to next point. Slope of IC tends to decline. So we discussed just now that it is convex to the origin. Indifference curve is convex to the origin because of declining MRS. MRS is marginal rate of substitution, and substitution is sacrificing one commodity to increase consumption of another commodity. Here we observe that the consumer is sacrificing some units of oranges to increase consumption of some units of apples. So here we can observe the MRS is initially 1.5. In this figure we have two fruits or two commodities XY. X is increasing gradually from 2 units to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 7, and Y is decreasing gradually, and each time you can observe that MRS is decreasing. Initially marginal rate of substitution is 1.5, then it is 0.75, then it is 0.25, and this is the reason behind convex shape of indifference curve. Why should consumer be willing to sacrifice less and less amount of good Y for every successive unit of good X? So as I discussed that initially when for the first time the consumer is consuming that particular commodity for the first time or after many or long gap, initially he wants to pay more price. So when the time will come in the next season for peas, you will pay more price for purchase of pea initially, but later you will purchase these peas at very low price, as low as 20 rupees per kg. Initially you may pay 150 rupees or 200 rupees per kg. Same would be for any other type of vegetable also. So convex to the origin. Is IC convex to the origin? Yes, IC is normally convex to the origin because of this. Now come to next topic, indifference map. What is indifference map? Indifference map is a set of many indifference curve on one particular figure. So here you can see many indifference curve, IC1, 2, 3 and 4. And we have to understand that higher indifference curve shows more satisfaction, a lower indifference curve shows less satisfaction. So this is the concept of indifference map. It is a figure showing many indifference curve on one particular place. So higher indifference curve shows higher level to each other. Indifference curve need not be parallel to each other. It is not necessary that they will be parallel to each other. The gap between the indifference curve may be different at different places, and then Indifference curve never touch or intersect each other. Since they have different level of satisfaction, indifference curves never touch each other. They never intersect each other. They have a minimum gap between each other. Higher indifference curve indicates high level of satisfaction. Each indifference curve in indifference map indicates different preference set of consumer, and it corresponds to different level of consumers income. Now, normally higher level of satisfaction is achieved at higher income level. So if you are spending more amount, you will have more satisfaction, and if you spend less amount, you will have less satisfaction. Then indifference curve need not be parallel to each other, they do not intersect each other. Remember these points to understand. So in this figure you can understand this point that point A is IC1, point B is IC2. At point B, the consumer will have higher level of satisfaction. Why? Because the consumer is consuming more of good X. The consumption of good Y remains the same, but since consumption of good B, good X increases, so ultimately the consumer is having more commodities, thus he is having more satisfaction at indifference curve 2. So point B offers 5 units of good Y, 6 of good X, and point A offers 5 units of good Y, 4 of good X. Then indifference curve do not intersect each other. It will never happen. So this figure is wrong. It will never happen. That ever that IC1 and IC2 will have a same level of satisfaction. So at point A will never come, and that is why this particular situation is not possible. So with this, we come to the end of this video. In the next video, we will understand budget line and consumers equilibrium in indifference curve. Thank you.